In the past few billion years, our planet has been through it all. Pummeled by asteroids, crashed into other planets, frozen over, and ruled by all kinds of incredible, and sometimes terrifying life forms. It's a wonder our blue homeworld survived. So, let's take a whirlwind tour of our planet's epic history, starting at the very beginning. Our story begins 4.5 billion years ago. Our solar system was just a dense cloud of interstellar gas and dust. This cloud collapsed into a swirling disk, and at its center, things got hotter and hotter, until hydrogen fused into helium. And just like that, our sun was born. Meanwhile, baby Earth was on its way. All the matter farther out in the disk began to clump together. In the hotter, inner system, rocky material formed the inner planets, including a very young, very volatile Earth. This new world was a hellscape, constantly bombarded by asteroids and spewing gases like methane and carbon dioxide, forming our first toxic atmosphere. But the violence was just getting started. Soon, Earth experienced its most violent collision. A Mars-sized planet named Theia slammed right into us. The epic impact threw chunks of matter into orbit around Earth, and then gravity bound them together into our loyal companion, the Moon. On this hot, early Earth, there were no oceans. But 3.8 billion years ago, our planet finally cooled enough for water to condense. The first primitive ocean covered the entire world, turning it into a water world. And H2O is the essential ingredient for life. With all that water, life appeared about 3.7 billion years ago. These were the first microscopic organisms. For nearly a billion years, they were the planet's sole inhabitants. Earth didn't stay a water world for long. The first continents, called cratons, emerged. And then, around 2.4 billion years ago, cyanobacteria evolved to do something revolutionary: photosynthesis. They started pumping oxygen into the atmosphere. This great oxygenation event was a double-edged sword. It made the atmosphere more hospitable for future life, but it also sprouted out greenhouse gases, plunging the planet into its first, and possibly longest, ice age. As Earth's atmosphere changed, the continents were on the move, breaking up and reassembling into supercontinents like Rodinia and Pannosia. And life? Life finally became more complex. Between 540 and 485 million years ago, something incredible happened: the Cambrian explosion. An explosion of new life forms, many with hard body parts like shells and spines. The most famous of these alien-looking creatures were the trilobites. But this era of new life was fragile. Around 440 million years ago, a sudden climate shift caused Earth's first mass extinction, the Ordovician-Silurian extinction, wiping out a majority of life. In the aftermath, life rebuilt. Between 420 and 350 million years ago, the first trees arose, and animals began to crawl onto land. By 250 million years ago, the last vast supercontinent, Pangaea, dominated the planet. But it was also the stage for the Great Dying, the greatest mass extinction in history. Volcanic eruptions caused runaway global warming, wiping out 90% of all species. But from the ashes, new life emerged. 240 million years ago, the first dinosaurs appeared. For the next 150 million years, they were the undisputed rulers of the planet, from the gigantic Argentinosaurus to the mighty T-Rex. And you'd have witnessed Pangaea breaking up, slowly forming the continents we know today. You probably know where this is headed. 66 million years ago, an asteroid slammed into Earth, right where Mexico is today. It coughed so much debris into the atmosphere that it blocked out the sun, leading to devastating climate change that caused the dinosaurs to die out. This catastrophe was an opportunity. In the next wave of life, mammals, who had survived, became more common. The world was now theirs to inherit. Around 6 million years ago, the earliest known humans, Sahelanthropus, began to walk the world. The journey to Homo sapiens had begun. They learned to walk upright, make tools, and crucially, control fire. Their brains evolved rapidly. They learned to interact in new ways. And by 40,000 years ago, all other human species besides Homo sapiens had gone extinct. 10,000 years ago, we became farmers, settling down and building civilizations. Then, 250 years ago, the Industrial Revolution changed everything. Our population exploded, from 1 billion in 1804 to over 8 billion today. And now, we face a new threat: rapid climate change. Temperatures and sea levels are rising, and biodiversity is declining. We could be on the verge of another mass extinction event. But this time, the story is different. This time, the cause is us. And that means the solution can be too.